Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Crooked Horse Rifle and Pistol out of Lamar County, Mississippi. Today we got ourselves a revolver. Let's go to the bench and see what we got. Well, hello there, friends. Ladies, gentlemen, fellow firearms enthusiasts. Welcome back to Crooked Horse Rifle and Pistol out of Lamar County, Mississippi. Hope y'all had an uneventful, Christmas and New Year's, and nobody was, got injured. And I hope that maybe y'all got maybe a firearm or two under the Christmas tree. But anywho, today we have ourselves the Taurus 38 Special Revolver. This here is the Taurus 856. Now, with all the, the fanfare, if you will, of the, the Micro 9, pistols, I thought, we can't forget about the revolver, because the revolver still has, its place. So this particular revolver, the Taurus 856, again, this is a 38 Special Plus P. It is a 6-shot revolver, as you can see. And you see the cylinder there. And it is capable of firing double action and single action. Now, before I go any further, what exactly does plus P mean? Well, to put it simple, plus P indicates that the round has been manufactured in a way that generates more pressure, thereby transferring more energy to the bullet. The more energy that's being transferred to the bullet increases traveling speed, right? So if you have a faster traveling speed, it gives gravity less, time to alter its trajectory. And when you fire, the trajectory of your bullet, if you will, is kind of curved. What the plus P does with that extra pressure and increase in speed is it allows it to, or promotes a flatter trajectory. So that's basically, in a nutshell, from a quick layman's term, of what plus P is. This particular pistol weighs about 1 pound, unloaded, has an overall length here of 6.5 inches, and a height, from here to the top of the pistol, about 4.5 inches. The frame itself is aluminum, and the cylinder is a carbon steel cylinder. Our front sight, we got our ramp front sight up here. That's got these little serrated edges. It does not have any type of illumination on it or any marking on it for easy acquisition. To open, open the cylinder, if you will. You got your cylinder lock release. You just push forward. Push forward on that, and then it slides down. And then to eject your spank casing, your typical revolver, you push on that, and out your casings come. We got some nice gripping on the hammer, so if you want to shoot it in a single action mode, you can easily get a good purchase on that hammer and pull back. And the grip itself, it's a rubber grip. With you got your stippling on the sides and some nice rough texture on the back. So let's put some more ammunition in this thing and do a little more shooting. So I just shot 12 rounds through the revolver. I had to, you shoot your 6 rounds, then you gotta, empty your casings, then reload 6 more. But had no problem shooting, the first series of steel plate targets, which is, that first one. That's 15 meters out. But I was also pinging that red 8-inch gong target out there, which is about 35 meters out. So far overall not bad. I did take the liberty of reload. So I'm gonna see how far we can push this thing. Who knows, I might hit something out there. Got one. I think that's at 50 meters. It's a 35 meter. Another 35 meter. And keep hitting that 35 meter target over there. Well, let's put some more ammo in this thing. So that white gong target I initially pinged out there, that's actually 60 meters out. So I got a target out there that's 70, and that last one out there, that's 80. Gonna fire a few more rounds. I don't know, maybe I might get it. Well, I didn't get it this time. Let's reload. So I got another full cylinder. And let's try one more time. Pinged something. I got that 65. Need a target out there. Let's see. It looks like I pinged a 50-meter target and a 60-meter target. So with this little revolver, now shooting 38 special, and this is just your standard 130 American Eagle 130 grain. Now I was able to ping targets, all the way out to 60 meters on that, and which, for my shooting skills, not bad. So earlier I said, alluded that the revolver still remains relevant, compared to the micro 9s that are coming out. Now, a couple things about the revolver, and particularly, these littler ones, they fit in the hands nice. For folks with small hands, and now they're very easily concealable still. Something like this, ladies, be perfect for your purse. You don't need to worry about putting really need to worry about putting it or carrying it in a holster or anything while in your purse. Because as long as you're carrying it like this with the hammer down, the chances of you really got to put a lot of force on this trigger, to be able to pull it back and get the fire around. So like itself is a pretty, it's relatively safe. Also, you could put this thing in your pocket. Let me adjust the camera for you right quick and show you. You're gonna have to bear with me, folks. I'm a one-man camera crew. But something like this, you can easily put it in your coat pocket. Like that. I wouldn't recommend walking around like it though. Might fall on out. But if you have an interior coat pocket, fits in there nicely. Now you do got to be mindful of this hammer, snagging on your clothing. So if you do carry it, they do design holsters, that you can, carry your, revolvers in. But let me tell you how much, when I say that this thing is relatively safe, just like this, let me show you how much, how many pounds of pressure you need, to pull this trigger back in, in double action. So being a little more high tech now on the channel, we're going to use our little device here to actually see how much pounds of pressure you need to pull this trigger. £7. Do it one more time. £7. And do it a third time. So, £7. So, here you go. You're looking about requiring 7 pounds of pressure to pull that trigger. That's quite a bit, really, in the grand scheme of things. So That's why I say this revolver, you reaching in for your purse, into your purse, ladies, to grab this thing, or even guys, you carrying carrying this in a backpack or something, you reach in your backpack, the chances of you activating, pulling the trigger and causing that hammer to fall forward, thereby discharging around, I honestly it'd be very slim. So I don't have no qualms, really, safety-wise, about me personally carrying this, loosely in a backpack. The only issue I'd have, I really wouldn't even have, if I was wearing some loose-fitting clothes and put it in my front pocket or something, I'd feel perfectly safe with that, carrying it like that as well. But like I said, if you choose to do that, just be mindful, this hammer can easily snag on, on your clothing and make it more difficult to pull on out, especially if you're in a situation where you might need it quickly. Who knows? There might be some aggressive squirrels out there. But we're gonna reload this thing. Like we got some copper in, mixture of copper and some lead. Put these last two copper ones in. And put these lead rounds in. Then we're gonna go over to the paper target and do some shooting. So I got myself a new Ivan target set up, and we're gonna be shooting at let's see, about a 10-meter distance. So I'm going to do shooting it as single action, and then we'll go to double action. Alright, first 6 rounds we'll be doing single action. Alright, now we go check out the Ivan and see how it did. So we got hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 rounds on target, and overall, I'm satisfied as far as shot placement. So now we're going to go back to the firing line, and we're going to do double action. Alright, we'll do 6 rounds double action. Let's go see how it did. This is 6 rounds double action. Let me find a good place to put my camera so it don't fall. And the circuit ones, this was single action. And let me adjust the camera here. This is me shooting double action. Yeah, we got one there at a good spot, one there at a fairly decent spot. And then the complete, take that as a complete miss. There's a miss. Yeah, well, that's kind of out there, and same thing with there. And the reason being, now there's such a difference between single action, double action. The double action requires a lot more force to pull that trigger. So you gotta, as you're pulling that trigger, let me just make sure cylinders are empty. So when you're pulling that trigger, you need to focus on more control. And I can see right now, so I'm pulling that trigger and I'm watching my sight. I am pulling to the left. Or I'm sorry, pulling to the right. So that tells me I need to work on trigger squeeze and grip. Let's go back to the bench. So shooting this thing, it does have a little bit of a bark note to it, but it's not it's not overwhelming. Doesn't cause really any hand discomfort. Now if you like revolvers, I think you're gonna like this pistol. Now a little fun fact, a little history behind the 38 special round. Now the 38 special was introduced in 1898 and was first known as the Smith & Wesson 38. And then in 1907 Colt would produce their 38 special revolver. The 38 special would become popular, in the early 1900s, very popular with military as well as law enforcement. In fact, law enforcement, carried 38 special well into the 90s, and a lot of your old school officers would carry 38 special, and even when they transitioned to the 9mm. The semi-automatics that they would carry a 38 special pistol with them, maybe something similar to this, in a coat pocket or in as a backup ankle, a backup pistol in the ankle holster. All right, we're going back to the steel targets. Got 4 more rounds left. Let's shoot these last 4 in single action. Those first 6 I did double action. Well, went through all my ammo. I only brought 2 boxes out. One 38 special. It's hit and miss if you can find it. 2, it's expensive. So overall, not a bad little, not a bad little revolver. To have. Now, if you're looking to purchase one of these things to your local big box store, you're probably looking around $350. Now, with that being said, there are some things about this pistol I don't like. Notice where, the trigger guard and the trigger, that space there. Now, I have small fingers, so this really ain't gonna be much of an issue for me. If you got medium size or large hands, you might have some difficulty. If you're wearing gloves, you're gonna experience some difficulty. The front sight. It is not. It's kind of difficult to be able to get a good target acquisition. Especially in low light, or what I found was I don't know if it's just the ammo and stuff, but the gun smoke in the air around it, just made it real difficult to get that to maintain that sight picture. But given the price point, and it is a Taurus, and Taurus, they're becoming more known as a dependable firearm. I could certainly overlook them two things. I had a little research. I could probably get that front sight replaced, or put a different, or heck, even put a little bit of paint on there. That might even fix that problem. So before I go, just gotta, so put a few things out there. Folks that are new to the channel, welcome. Hope you continue to stick around. Your support, by subscribing is certainly appreciated. And the comments that I'm seeing, and the engagement that I'm seeing in the comments, it's great seeing that. It's one of the primary reasons that I started the channel is to allow people to share information, share opinions. I'm also seeing a lot of good comments about how as a new channel, a YouTuber, how I can improve the channel. And I do have some things coming along the way. Starting with a better camera. The camera I'm using an old a Sony camcorder. With what I got hopefully my next video I'll be using some more updated equipment. So I do read all the comments, and I try to respond to the comments out there. But certainly appreciate the input, and if y'all have ideas to improve the channel, my ears are open. Now, with that being said, if you're going to be negative, I'm going to delete you. Just the way it is. There's no room for it. If you can't give anything, if you can't provide anything constructive, then you have nothing to say. Also, you knock the hat, I'm going to delete you. Those are the rules. Just like my folks in California, you can only have 10 rounds. Sorry, that's the rules. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for joining me out here at Crooked Horse Rifle and Pistol. And if you like the video, hit that like button. For my new viewers, if you want to continue watching, I think there's a deer out there or some little critter. For my new viewers, if you want to continue seeing these videos and want to support the channel, just ask that you hit that subscribe button, because that's the You know, the single, the single two most important things that you could do to support, support the channel, support the work that we're trying to do. That work is trying to further, the Second Amendment, further gun ownership, through education. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, thank you for joining me out here at Crooked Horse Rifle and Pistol out of Lamar County, Mississippi. Let's look forward to a new year in 2024. And as always, thank you for shooting with us.